Anyway, hello everyone. My name is Kadi, and today is the 9th of August, and it's been a long ass time since I've been on here or made any video. And that's solely because I tilted. I had a whole breakdown, mental breakdown. I did. Am I back? Yeah. You can hear by the yeah that it's like, yeah, but I'm here. So I kind of just wanted to talk about the what happened these past like 2, 3 weeks or something that I've been away, and I was consistent for over 2 months. Started back in February, and I took a break in July. Wait, that's way over 2 months. February, March. Wait, January, February, March, April, May, June, and then took a break mid-July. So 4 or 5 months of being pretty consistent, uploading, at least more than twice a week. Um, and trading is just, I'll get to it. Trading is just fucking hard. And I had to go through so much pain in order for me to realize that I needed to take a break. Now, I've been trading and on this journey for a little over 2 years now. So 2 years and maybe 1 or 2 months. And throughout this entire time, I've never taken a break, like a real break. The only breaks that I took was when I like blown an account and I needed to wait like 3 to 5 business days for it to, for my money that I'm gonna deposit in to get into my account. And that's the only time I took a break, but I wasn't mentally taking a break. I was just preparing or just whatever. Uh, 3 weeks ago, I reached a huge breaking point in my trading journey, and I was literally crying on a regular basis, like crying almost every day. And I was feeling completely miserable, completely overwhelmed by everything that I was putting in front of me, and just like getting smacked up in the markets. But to kind of preface, my last video or second to last video, I talked about a new strategy. And that's usually like, that's never a good sign. Like, what do you mean a new strategy? Um, 'Cause I've been pretty consistent on the one that I was doing, previously, which is just basically what Doyle Exchange was doing. So supply and demand, on the 5 minute, break of the candle, we go in, and then I started to incorporate, support and resistance, and a little bit of fair value gaps here and there. And that was what I was going with for the past couple of months, and that's just who I was. And it was cool, but then, I'm making this video to give some more background onto that. I don't know if I did talk about it before, but essentially what happened was I got kind of tired, of doing what I was doing. I didn't feel satisfied by the results that I was getting. Now, granted, a lot of emotional things was happening at that time, but I just was not satisfied by what was happening as far as results. And I just wanted to make a change. And one day I woke up from a nap and I just immediately started thinking one to twos. Now, yeah, I definitely talked about this before because a lot, like in my past or just in my life, like I will randomly get ideas that I never ever thought about. And I'm the type of person that kind of that takes that as a sign. And I take that as like, okay, this is something that I need to go into in order for me to, gain success. So once I woke up from that nap and the whole idea of one to twos came into play, I started looking at the math. I started looking at the logic, and I was just like, whoa, I can lose more and still be profitable, and sometimes, or most likely even more profitable versus me with one-to-ones with the win rate that I had, which was hovering around 60 to 65%. So I was like, I like that. I don't have to be perfect. And that was the thing with one to ones. It felt like I had to be perfect because in June, I was only catching one to ones. I was doing nothing else other than that. And that was a break even month essentially. Like I was down at the end of the month 25 cents. So I consider that, pretty kind of break even. Um, so to see that one to twos is like I can win less. Like with the strategy that I came up with, I had a uh I bro, I back tested that strategy 400 fucking times. 400 times. I've never done that with any other strategy because I was just that adamant on like does this work? Is this a thing? So I back tested it 400 times and I ended up with a win rate of 46%. Now with a 1 to 2, everyone knows that what like 35% is like break even, right? So anything above 35%, 40% is profitable. You can look at any chart. It'll tell you 40% is profitable with a 1 to 2 risk reward. And when I saw that and I was consistently, like when I was doing the back test, I was hovering around 44 to 46%. I was just like, dude, if all I need is 40% and I'm hovering around 44 to 46, like I'm doing a pretty fucking good job. And through the back test, I was very excited, very happy to see myself, in something where I don't have to win all the time, but yeah, I'm still like, we're still profitable. And it was awesome to see. I remember being a part of the back test, and once you back test 400 times, you start seeing some patterns. And the main pattern that I would see was like I would get on a losing streak of 4 to 7. So 4 to 7 times I would lose consecutively in a row. And I was just looking at the data. I was like, this happens. I don't say all the time, but it's like a recurring theme. And through a back test, I was just like, okay, yeah, no, I could deal with that because again, like I don't have to win all the time. I don't have to have the highest win rate. I just need to make above 40%. So I was like, yeah, I'm good to fucking go. What had happened was I did not understand the true reality of what 46% means. 46% win rate means. Like, I was only thinking about the logic, I was thinking about the math side of it, but I wasn't really thinking about it in the live markets, what that would mean genuinely for my trades and what that would mean for, my P&L and all those things. Bro, the first video that I made about that strat set me up, bro, because I won it. It was a 1 to 2 strategy, and I won it. The first time I ever recorded it live, I won the strategy. And I was happy, bro. I was like, $140. Like, let's go, we lit. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm looking at this. This is me forward testing. Um, I see this potentially going back into this area because price failed to make a new high. So I'm looking at this as a bit of a range, price coming up here into this area and then potentially giving me um a setup. Potentially. We don't know. We don't know. But it looks like a range. I could be wrong, but let's just see. Anyway, that's literally not the point of this video. I'm just forward testing right now. But let me get back to where I was. Sorry, I got distracted because I saw price. So I was like, yeah, I got set up. It was a great, amazing feeling to get the 140, but my God, was it setting me up because I'm thinking even with a 46% win rate, I'm thinking that's going to be the norm. Boy, was I wrong. I was so wrong. And just like this trade, like it looks like I'm about to get stopped out. Um, but yeah, I literally was um the next couple of days with it was filled with losses, right? And my phone's not charged. It was filled with so many losses Yeah, I'm about to get stopped out. It was filled with so many losses that I literally did not know how to deal with it. I got so fucking tilted. I remember crying, bro. I remember crying like, and I am not a crier. Like, there's nothing wrong with crying. It's just like something that I just don't do on a regular basis. But I just remember crying and just thinking like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? First of all, hold on, let me just yeah, this looks like it's about to lose. I'm getting so fucking distracted. It's not okay. So sorry. I'm getting distracted. Maybe I will have to edit this video. Fuck, I don't really feel like it. Um, okay, so yeah. I basically went on a whole losing streak and I did not know how to handle it. I was crying like never before. I was and this was regular like consistently crying, and I was like, dude, something's going on. I'm not gonna lie, I was talking to chat gbt and I was just like this is what's happening, and they were like, you need a break. And I was just like, I think you're right. I think you're right. Oh, I think you're right. And that's exactly what I did. For the first time ever, no account was blown. I was following proper risk management for the strategy that I had. And for the first time ever, I took a break without, it just being because I blew my account. And I was just waiting for the deposit to come in. It was just me recognizing and getting the advice and also recognizing that I actually do need that. Um, so I took a break because prior to the break, I lost 5 days in a row. And in 2 of the days, the trade literally hit a 1-to-1, a little bit above 1-to-1, maybe like a 1-to-1.5, right? And then it just stopped me out. And I didn't have at that time, I didn't have like, oh yeah, if it gets 1-to-1, stop loss to break even. I didn't have any of that. I was just going for it. That happened twice in a row, and I was just like, no fucking way. That happened. So like, I was risking 70 to make 140. So both prices got up to $100. One got up to 120, and it was literally like I was like, "Oh, we're about to hit TP." That shit don't shut down. I was like, "God damn!" And it felt like I felt like shit. And then after that, I was just, oh my gosh, there was one setup where it was like the same setup happening on ES and NQ, and then I think maybe the ES setup, that one didn't hit my zone, but then the NQ one uh hit my zone and it won. Meanwhile, or something like that, and that fucking got to me. There was just so many things that was happening. It was just like I would be in a trade, look at the trade, find the trade, it tap into my zone, and then instantly stop me out, and or not tap into my zone at all, and then go off without me. And I was just like fishing for setups. It got really bad. Um, yeah, I'm looking at this, I'm like, I don't think this is the right zone, to be honest. I'm looking at this and I'm like, hold on. I feel like this is cool, but I think this is actually the right zone. Like, I'm gonna switch this up to actually saying that zone. Because now I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait a minute. That is not the zone. But, because it failed to break it out. So, I'm just looking at that. I'm like, hold on. That's actually not the right zone. Sorry. That's like, I'm distracted. I'll probably have to edit this video. Fuck. That's alright. But yeah, I literally got so tilted that it was just like I had to take a break, and I'm so grateful that I was able to, at least recognize that I needed that break. Because during the break, the first week, I didn't watch any trading content. I didn't look at a single Trading View, I didn't open it once. I didn't look at anything. I had no idea what was going on in the markets at all. And I genuinely have not been able to say that in 2 years. Like, since I started this journey, I've never not looked at Trading View. I never not looked at Forex Factory. I never not looked at a trading YouTube video. I've never not done that before. And this was the first week that I actually did it, and it felt fucking good, bro. Like, I wake up for at like 6:30 a.m. and I hit the charts at 7, or now, like it used to, like it was getting hard for me to wake up. It was maybe like 7:15 or something like that, but I'd hit the charts. And um yeah, that was just been my whole like job for all of it. And it was the first time in several, months or years that like I woke up and I didn't hit the charts, and it was just, it was a nice feeling. Like, I felt so much relief because, like, bro, trading is so stressful. Like, okay, this is not gonna work. Trading is so fucking stressful that it's like, dude, like, you put your all into it, and it's just like you don't get anything out of it. And it's so fucked because everything else in your life, it's like once you put in work for it, like, you get rewarded, right? Like, once you do your work at your job, you get paid every 2 weeks or every week or whatever the pay structure is. You might not even do that much work, finesse it, and still get paid the exact same. Trading, you could be busting your ass 8 hours a day, full time type shit, and still lose every single trade of that week. And it's it's like something that my ego and who I am has been trying to downplay for so fucking long. But in reality, it was like, dude, you're miserable right now. Like, keep it a buck. You're miserable right now. Like, you don't feel happy. You don't feel satisfied. You don't feel good about anything because you're not winning. Like, you like to win. Like, I'm a person, I'm talking to me. Like, I am a person that likes to win, and I like to win a lot. And everything that I've been doing has not been giving me the results that I would like to see, you know? Like, I know how to trade the strategy. I know how it is, but I don't feel confident in what I do. It doesn't feel like me. It feels like I'm just doing what other people said that I should do because, and I'm following it because they're successful. And it's just like, well, if they're successful and I like their personality, I'm just gonna follow them. And that's exactly what I did, and that's exactly what everybody does. Like, you mimic the people who are successful, and that's usually how you get by. And with trading, you can do it like that for sure. But for the person that I am, it just, I could win a trade, feel happy, but I still don't feel confident. I still don't feel like, I don't know, it was just weird. Like, I was following the strategy. I liked it, but still I didn't feel satisfied. I didn't feel happy. Now, there could be various reasons for that because, like, I'm not winning. I don't have any money from this. I've only lost money rather than gained money, right? So there's a whole different variables around that, but it's like, after taking the week, I took 2 weeks off. So after taking those 2 weeks off, I just felt so, like, more open and so more aware of like who I am and who I was, and what makes sense to me as a person versus like what other people would want me to do. I don't know why I keep on going for that one. Okay. And it took a long time, and I was just in my car and I was just thinking like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. It was like, I'm just trying to find myself. I'm just trying to find like who I am, what I like to do, what makes sense to me. And a lot of the times it's hard to know that answer when you're not successful. But after these 2 weeks, I was like really talking to myself more because I didn't have that pressure to like do something, and I was really talking to it, and I was just like, okay, well, who are you? Like, what do you like? I like to win. How do you like to win? I like to win fast. Like, and it was like with these strategies, I was able to be like, I like limit orders. I like aggressive setups. I just like it on the zone. Like you put it on the zone and you call it a fucking day and you see how it works. Like I usually don't like these zones. I'm getting so distracted. I usually like these zones. Like the bottom of it connected to, let's do this. I'm gonna light and go. And where now we go. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, how I trade it's very different, and we'll talk about that soon. We'll talk about it soon. Um, but well, yeah, I just realized that I like to be a winner and I like to win a lot and I like my trades to be very fucking fast. Like I don't like waiting, which is crazy because you're like I was on the 5 minute and you know like TP could hit from 15, 20. I think the longest I've been in a trade was like what, an hour and 30. And that's not a long time. Like if you really think about it, like the grand scheme of things, like if you just like increase the amount earned, what, like I've made $70, $60, 200, that means like I could make $700 in that same amount of time. 600, 200, within an hour. Like that's nothing. That's nothing. And I just like look at myself and I think, yo, I want to be somebody who trades in a way that aligns with my personality. And I realized that I was not doing that because of fear and because I was listening to what other people were saying you should do. And, you know, the more you get into anything, the more you feel more confidence to do the things that you actually enjoy doing, regardless of what anybody says. And that was something that I had to overcome. And I didn't realize that until the 2 weeks that I took a break. And with that sprung a new strategy. I've strategy hopped more than I ever done in my entire fucking life within these past, few months. And it's made me feel like, who am I? Like, is this right? Like, am I doing the right thing? And, I feel like every time you get here, like I've gotten here, and it's just like, well, I have to know, right? Like, I felt like I never was a 1-to-2 risk reward trader. I've always really been a 1-to-1 trader. And so I felt like I had to know what it's like to be a 1-to-2 or R person to understand that I am not that kind of person. High RR sounds amazing, sounds fantastic, but when I'm putting in my fifth, sixth loss in my P&L chart, for the person that I am, I do not feel happy, even though I know that the next win will cover two of those losses. It still doesn't make me feel good seeing all of those reds in a row. And rather than just saying, well, you just have to overcome that, I have to, or or whoever, you need to understand that that's not who you are. If you're doing something and you're following each and every rule and you still don't feel good about what you're doing regardless of the outcome, that's a sign that you're not doing the right thing. It is, because regardless of the outcome, you should feel okay about whatever happened because it aligned with who you are. And so I had to really look at myself and really be like, okay, I am not Doyle, okay? And I am not that. I like what I taught. I like what I was taught because I resonate with it, but the way how it's being executed does not really align with the person that I am. And I'm just now realizing it. It's so easy to be grateful or happy about a strategy when you're winning, but then when you're losing, you feel shit like shit. And with the one-to-one strategy, it's like I wasn't winning enough for the person that I am. Now, granted, I don't know a lot. I don't know everything. I don't know, the ins and outs of the markets. I don't have, all the skills and strategies of Doyle, right? Like he's been in the markets for like 5, 6 years, close to 10 years. I don't have that, so I am just learning. But then I'm also like, this nigga was making money a year and a half in, right? So it's like he has a system that aligned with him because back then he was doing the Fibonacci. But even with that, he aligned it with who he was, right? He took the Fibs Don't Lie course and he used it, he liked it, but then he made it work for who he was. And for who I am, I did not do the same when it came to his strategy, right? With supply and demand. I liked the strategy, I like what he was doing, and so I was doing it verbatim to the fucking T. But as I've gotten older and I've gone through this journey, and especially these past 2 weeks, um, I realized that I like it, but I don't like everything that we do. I don't like how I just don't like the certain entries and the just like how it is, like he this is his strategy, so he has a better win rate with me or compared to me, right? And even somebody who's learning from him, he talks about like, yeah, you have like a 60 to 65, 60 to 70% win rate, really. And like that's real because I'm within that spectrum, but I just didn't like how everything was going. Like it just didn't align with who I was because I like aggressive setups and I like quicker I like quicker results. And kind of like all this to say is like I trade the same supply and demand. Well, actually, I think I kind of trade support and resistance more than supply and demand, but regardless of that, like I still, emphasize those and I still have those a part of my game plan. But I have resorted to a negative risk to reward. And that's something that I literally never thought about for myself. I never thought that that was like a thing that I could do or a thing that I would ever think of. But I had to understand that I don't like to do a lot. Like people have 70, 80, 9 or not 8, 70, 80% win rates, but they look at a lot of shit to do that. They're very selective on their trades, and that's something that, we should all be. But for the person that I am, I don't like to do too much, right? Initially when I did the back test, I was only focused on one time frame, and that was the 2 minute. Yeah, I went down from the from 5 minute to the 2 minute. I'm shocked myself. I was like, damn, because I was back testing the strategy, and then with trading views, sometimes you can't tell well which side happened first, like on one candle, like which wick. Because how I trade, a lot of the times, like the wick is what makes TP hit or not. And so I couldn't decide. So I would go down to the 2 minute to see, smaller detail to be like, okay, did this hit or not? And then through the back test, I was just like, you know what? Let me just back test on the 2 minute. And so with that, let me see if I can pull it up. Um Wait, this is so confusing. I can't. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Wait, I really don't see it though. Hold on. Bend it over, baby. No, I really thought I was gonna see like an Excel, but they don't show you any of that. Hold on. Okay, here we go. All right, so this was the back test that I went through. This is what the negative risk to reward, and I didn't do it for too long. I did it 165 back tests, so not a lot, but still something. This was only looking at the 2 minute only. Now, I originally you did the 2 minute. Well, I don't know which time frame this was. I think this was the 5 minute. So I originally did the 5 minute. This was like a whole thing. This was 100 trades on the 5 minute with a 1 to 1 2 percent win rate, and that was a 64% over 100 trades. Now the next thing that I did, oh, I did not do this. I did not do this at all. That, yeah, I barely did that. But anyway, this back test right here, 165, and I had a 77% win rate. Now, of course, it's only 165, so it's not like a full on 500, 400, which, honestly, I think that's what I'm gonna do today. Um, and this was just, oh, oh, can you, okay, I don't know what that looked like for y'all, but to me, my monitor just shut off. Let me say 2 minutes. So, recently I've been incorporating the 10 minute, as you can see, and I've been using that as a little bit of direction, but and then like honestly going for 1-to-ones on 10 minute zones just to kind of like maximize some wins. Um Now as far as the negative risk reward, as you can see, like it's exactly what I was looking for. Granted, I still need to, you know, go and trade these, but it was exactly what I was looking for. And I have this thing. I don't know if it's here or if it's there. I don't know where it is, but I made this little chart thing. Okay, over here. I think so. So I gathered some statistics to kind of like see what it's like. So this right here is basically essentially like gathering from the from this trade from these trades, seeing where we had the most losses and kind of seeing, uh, what that would look like as far as P&L. So this is like a group of like losses of 50 trades that I took with a few losses in there. And you can see the in this batch right here on the right, I had 37 wins and I had 13 losses. In this batch over here, I had 39 wins and then I had 11 losses. In this batch, I had a 78% win rate, and this one, I had a 74% win rate. So, I was assuming, right? This is an assumption that I was doing for myself. Assume every win was worth $50 and every loss was worth $100. At the end of it, I would be profitable with this batch. And then I took some money out for taxes. This is 30%. And then that would be approximately how much I would have. Um, Approximately, of course, take for stuff. So if I just like, because I'm gonna have like my winners, $1,000, $2,000, and then we're still gonna be Gucci as long as I keep a high win rate, which is possible. I literally went crazy on this. The first time I did it on demo, like on Ninja Trader, I took 41 trades. Now, this is not something that I am doing to like, oh my God, that's gonna be my norm. No, I was solely doing it just based off of what I saw, what was in the markets, and how it was going. I took 41 trades. extremely overtraded, 100%. But I ended the day with a 71% win rate probability. 71. Imagine, like, like, if all the money was, so it's like, if every, so hold on, was that like 27? And then I think that's barely break even or maybe a little bit profitable. This is crazy. I don't even know what this video is. 41 times 30%. Okay, so that's what that is. So 41 minus, okay, equals 41 minus ish. So that's what that is. So I basically won 29 trades and then I lost 12 trades, essentially. So let's say every trade equals 70. Oh, times this. And then this equaled 140. Equal 140 times this. Oop. So negative. So let's say that was what I was risking per trade, every single trade. This plus this, it would be 350. Now, granted, there's gonna be so much commissions with 41 fucking trades, that, it probably eat into it, especially if you're on micros. But all that to say, it's like, okay, let's say they took 50% of that, equals 50%. I'm still profitable. That's still positive. And again, that's ridiculous. But yeah. Like, I've been doing the math because that's just who the fuck I am. I do math. Because I'm just like, okay, well, how the fuck can I do this? You just have to have a high as fuck win rate and also take in consideration of commissions. Um, and still, like, the fact that, all of this is happening and I had a 71% win rate and or probability or whatever, or even this is a 70% because I took 30% from 41. um Regardless of that, like, it's still hit, like, even with commissions. Like, I feel like 50% is kind of pretty accurate. Like, even if they took 70%, it'd still be profitable. Ridiculous, but no, wait, I didn't do that right. Times 50%. How did it increase the number? Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna upload this. I just have to edit it, which is kind of annoying. I don't want to edit, but I get distracted easily, so it's kind of. Anyway, fuck, I'm really gonna have to edit this video. Yeah, I don't have to do that. This is just who I am. I get distracted. I look at numbers and I'm like, "Ugh." But um, yeah, like the other day, I've been back testing like every single day on TradingView or on NinjaTrader. Yesterday was on NinjaTrader. Yesterday I had a really bad day. On NinjaTrader, I had a 56% win rate, and the only reason why I had that was because I was trading in ranges with the same strategy, and I recognized that I should not be doing that. And so it made me recognize, okay, like, how do I know when a range is happening, or just being aware, like, oh, we're in a range, stop trading or trade a different way, right? Because I'm somebody that likes to get into the crevices of trading and likes to do zuba, booba, booda. I like to be about of it. I don't like to be away. Like, people see consolidation and I'm like, and they're like, all right, step away. Me, I still see opportunity. So rather than denying myself from something that I want to do, I'd rather train myself to look at it in a different way to potentially, capitalize on the opportunity. Rather than being like, no, 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 just stay away, stay away. That's not who I am. I don't like to stay away. I like to be involved. And so rather than trying to berate myself and trying to change who I am, I need to work with myself and be like, okay, I see that you like to always be in the markets. But if you're gonna do that, do it smartly. Be aware of X, Y, and Z and go with that and take the risk when it comes if it aligns with who you are. And so that's what all of this has been, teaching me. It's been teaching me to be more confident in myself. It's been teaching me that I need to align with who I am rather than what other people tell me to do. And I'm, like you always hear that, and I heard it and I understood that, but now like I'm really getting to the meat and potatoes of it all and really, like going through it. Um, I literally am doing negative risk reward because it gives me a higher win rate without me having to do any extra shit. Like I don't have to check the daily 4 hour, 1 hour, higher time frame. Like I don't have to do anything. Like genuinely I could just look on the 2 minute, see like the strategy works well on trending markets. So if it's trending, it taps into my zone. I already have the limit order set. I go, bruh. My average trade is like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And there was one day where all of my trades were like majority of my trades were like a minute and 33 seconds. Minute like get into the trade, TP hit a minute and 33, a minute and 30. Like it was literally like boom, 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 so freaking quick. And I think the longest trade that I was in, even I think it was a loser too, or a winner. I don't remember. It was 15 minutes, bro, and that's the longest I've ever been. I would say the longest that trade that I'd be in, like on a regular, like if it happens, is like 6 minutes, 6, 7 minutes, and I'm just like, dude, like that's like, oh shit. That's like what I look for. That's what I'm into. I like shit like that. Um, damn, wait, can you I feel like you're still connected. I don't really know what's happening. I think the wires are a little bit gone crazy. Now my screen is black. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I just jiggled. Is it over here? Okay, dude, I don't know what the fuck's going on. But either way, like, shit, that's what's happening. And yeah, just been aligning with myself more, just trying to understand who I am rather than trying to change me and be like, no, you have to be like this because these successful people are like that. And like I just really need to go in my own way, my own vibe, and just kind of like just go with it. And this past, I think, week or two or something like that, like it's been kind of crazy. Like I had to realize that um I need to feel safe. I need to stop trading on live markets, and that's what I've been doing for this entire, previous week. I've gone back to demo because all this time I've been so like I need to grow my account. I need to double my account. I need to flip my account. I need to uh grow it and get it to 5K, get it to 10K, get it to 20K, like, on a $2,000 account. Like I've been saving money on the side for months, and doing it very diligently. Like every month I save 2K just so that I can have a five-figure account in my trading account. I currently have that. Um, but I'm not trading that money. Like there's no way I'm trading that money with the mindset that I've been in, with the trading that I've been producing. Like that is not like how I've been and how I've been trading. It's not like, oh yeah, give me 5 figures. Like no, like that's no. So I am still putting aside 2K a month. I'm grateful and blessed to be able to say that I have a 5 figure account. And this is my own personal funds. Like I've never done any prop firm. I've never done any of that. Recently I've been thinking about it, but as like a way to, produce income, but I've never thought about anything like, oh yeah, let me just go there as a beginner. Like that's stupid to me. But now I came back to demo because I realized that I needed to make myself feel okay and safe with the losses. Like even on demo, like my heart beats a little bit faster when I see the trade going against me. And, I need to go through those experiences without it being like, oh, this is fucking real. Like this is like a real hit to my account. And with that 1 to 2 risk reward, that period, it was really hard for me to see $70 losing it back to back to back to back. It was so hard for me because I was just seeing like it went from a like my account went from a $2,600 account to a $1,940 account. Like just that's like really hard for me to see. Like it's not too crazy, but it's just like, God damn, bro. Like I remember when this shit was like close to 3,000. Now it's closer to 1,500. And it's like, shit. And it's like I just felt like I have not been doing a good job. I don't have that confidence that, people have when they're trading their strategy. And it's like I just didn't have it. Like I just, but this past week I remember writing in my journal just being like, yo, I took 41 trades and I won, like, and I had a 71% win rate. Like I've never been able to say that. Um it was not yesterday, but the day before, I had an 84% win rate. 84%. It then dropped down to 78 because I forgot to take off a limit order from a trade that, from a while back that I forgot to take off. It didn't hit my zone. So I consider it 84 because like I was present for every trade. Like I took 13 trades and I won 11 of them. And it was like 84%. I've never seen that in my entire fucking life. So even going back to the example, you're like with the win rate, okay, well 84. So it was like a 13 was won, 2 was lost. So let's say again the same thing, and then negative 40, wait, equals this times negative 140 equals this times 70, and then equals this, no, plus this. So that's $630 with a 70 for 140, risking 140 to make $70. That's $630 in one day. And then you could take off commissions, probably minus, I don't know, or times, like, I just say 50%. I literally have no idea. 50% equals this minus this. Oh, what the fuck? Right. So like even with that, like obviously, I'm learning. There was one day I only took 3 trades. I was 3-0 and I called it a day. And it was like, bro, I just feel so happy. I just feel so seen. I feel so catered to. And it's like I know I'm on the right path. The only thing that makes me feel like is how unpopular it is to be here, and I still go for 1-to-1s on my 10-minute zones. I still prioritize those just to maximize some wins. I know I still have some things to figure out as far as risk management goes and really, putting it in, but like right now, I'm gonna stick to demo. I don't know how long it's going to take me. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. It could be just for a month. It could be for 3 months. I don't really care about making money. I care about being confident, having good setups, having good clarity, and feeling good about what I do. Because I don't want to be bored, okay? I don't want to be successful and bored. I want to be successful and be engaged. I have ADHD. I need to go with that rather than go against it. I like being stimulated. I like constant movement. I like being like, okay, we're going for that. Okay, I like sniper entries. I like those things. I don't like waiting for long. Like, I can be patient. I can be like, yeah, this is not a good setup. I can identify where my edge plays out because I've been, journaling for these past, weeks figuring shit out on the fly, and I've been tweaking the strategy that I had because I've been noticing a lot of things in the markets, and I think one of the biggest things is that I've been trading only one pair, bruh. Only one pair. Let me go back. I am not editing this video, bro. I'm just, bro, like, people are not even gonna watch this shit. So there's no point of me editing every single thing. This is for me, bro. This is for me anyway. Let me go back to the charts. Is it? Oop, you just see a blank screen for now, right? God damn it. Yeah, I'm so glad. I'm just like, fuck these people, man. Like, this is just for me. Like, who are y'all? Y'all wanna? No. Come on. Just go back to trading field. Ugh, this thing still doesn't work. Maybe I do need to update it. Ah, whatever. I've been I've been trading on only MES, and I have not been looking at NASDAQ. I have not been looking at gold. I've not been looking at Dow Jones, Russell, none of that. Oil, none of that. No, I just been sticking to MES because she loves me. Like, I don't know, just the way how she moves, like, I'm getting to know her more, and I'm getting to understand her personality, and I think she fucked with me, to be honest. Like, I think she trying to look out for me. I think she's trying to, you know what I mean? I don't even. But yeah, man, I've just been sticking to one thing and it's been going great. I just love the 2 minute because it's so fast. Honestly, don't be surprised if I start going down to the 15 second because I have ADHD. I like it like this. Hurry the fuck up. Like, yeah, yeah, and I shouldn't have to like wait for all this price action. Like, don't get me wrong, getting the break of the candle, my gosh, has it saved me from so much shit, but you have to wait, bro. And I would always say this or think this. It was like, by the time you get break of the candle, if you went with like a limit order or if with a aggressive entry, TP would have been hit. TP would have been hit. Your day would have been done quicker. And it's like, yeah, like, I like it. Like, it's the safer route, which is, oh, cool, but I'm not here to play safe. I'm here to align with who I am. I'm here to align with who I am. I should have recognized that. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just like paying it. Oh, I realize you cannot. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I just been paying attention to price action more and just, trying to figure out, my edge and, just being okay with the fact that, I am different from how I thought I was. I was different from what I was taught. And it made me feel like I'm going in the wrong direction when in fact I'm going in the best direction because it's the one that aligns with who I am. and that should be the only direction you should be aiming to go in, even if it doesn't make sense to the people around you or the people that you've learned from, or you feel like you're gonna be looked at like you're fucking crazy. um but the truth is you're not. You're just somebody who's just aligning with yourself. And it took me a long time. I'm so used to like making fun of people and make like just I like do that. Um but it's like if it aligns with you, I'm never gonna be like, you're wrong. Like I've never been that kind of girl. I've always been like, hey, if it works for you, that's the part that really just matters. Because who the fuck am I? Right? Like, who am I? Yeah, nah, whatever. And like, sometimes you just gotta go with it. Sometimes you just gotta rock. And you just gotta understand that, like, oh, like, this this didn't work out for you because it's not who you are. And that's okay. And you gotta be okay with that. And that was a hard thing for me to really stand here and be like, yeah, I am perfectly okay with not being like everybody else. Um, Cat, I like being like everybody else. For me, that was the thing that made me feel like I was cool, right? Being like everybody else. Like, I've always been unique, and I didn't like that shit. Like, I've always been like, always seen things a little bit differently. Always, just doing shit. And it's like, that shit is annoying. I want to be like everybody else. And every single time that shit ever pans out, I always am different. And it's annoying. It really is. But it's the reality. And it's like if I want to be successful in this game, I have to cater to myself more than anybody else, and that requires me being okay with who I am, actually. And yeah, it's a hard journey, but it's gonna be well worth it once I look back and be like, yo, I am so glad that I listened to myself. I am so glad that I chose to do this negative risk reward, because now we're getting fucking payouts. We're growing our account. We literally feel so much more confident in what we do. We feel like we're so aligned because we're doing everything that we never thought that we could do, because nobody was really talking about it as a way to be profitable, to now, we got students in the chat like, oh shit, I'm trying to be like you, bro. And it's just like, bro, who would have ever predicted this, bro? That's real. Like, who would have ever predicted this? And I can't wait till I'm on that path, till that's my reality in real life, because I know it's possible. Like, I am a consistently profitable trader. I just wasn't trading in a way that would make me consistently profitable, because it wasn't me. I was trading like Doyle, and I'm not Doyle. I'm Khadi, period. And I needed to recognize that. And for the longest time, I didn't, because I was too scared to admit to like it's, I don't want to say bad, but it's something off when you're looking at how other people trade, and you're like, I want to trade like that. Like, that looks cool. That looks fun. And it's like, bro, like, if that looks cool, if that looks fun, why aren't you trading like that? It's like, what is discipline, bro? Like, what is that? Like, all that is you just aligning with yourself and something that makes sense, and you just continue doing it. Like, would I be breaking my rules if I liked what I did? Like, would I? Genuine question. Like, I don't know. Like, if I feel confident about my shit, like, would there be any reason for me to break my rules? Is the question of the hour. Is the question of the century. Century. And that all goes down to like what you think is right and what you think, you need to be doing, and only you can answer that. And that fucking sucks, because in the beginning, you don't really know who you are. And That's what everybody says. That's the beauty of trading. It's like trading allows you to see who you are. It brings a whole mirror to that thing, and it's like, okay, yeah, like this you girl, this you girl. Either you're gonna accept it and work with it, or you're going to try to go against yourself and you're gonna be fucking miserable. You're not gonna be happy even when you're winning because you're not doing the thing that aligns with who you are. Like that's really what it is. And it's kind of like a, oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, like I did not know that. Um, but then you start to know that, and you're like, oh, and then you're like, okay, cool, bird, and you're like, that's so fun, that's so cool, that's so quirky. And you're like, I'm down to learn, I'm down to pivot because it's just like shit, man. All this other shit work, but it's not working for me. And of course, there's psychology into that, but it's also like, are you trading like who you are, or are you trading like what you expect other people to like think that you trade like, you know? And it's been a whole journey of me just trying to understand, you know, where I've been, what I'm doing, and I don't, you know, it's nice to be in a situation where it's like, brother, like I don't really care anymore. Like I'm just trying to get this payouts. I'm just trying to get this fucking win. I'm just trying to get, you know, this. Like it's working. And I recently did look at that leaderboard of like top step people who be involved in it. And it's like you'll see some negative risk to reward people in there. And I was just like, okay, bet. Like what the hell? Bet. This is so big. Hold on. I'm back testing as I'm talking, so um this is so big. Like, it's so I don't even know if I have it. Freak. It's too big. Do it all. It won't be. It won't be. Ooh, that's a TP, but let's see what I am. God damn. Okay. Okay, then we had that one there. Yo, this shit is cold, bro. And it's like, this one, just keep on going. Just keep on going. Just keep on going, baby. God damn. Oh, like I'm back testing right now. I just feel so happy because I'm like, this shit is hitting, bro. This shit is hitting. And it's like, and it's so quick too, right? Like if I put this drone on here, bro, as soon, like, let me see. One, what was that? So you said three? So six. Bruh, like the same candle that tapped into the zone hit TP, and TP got hit in like a minute and 30. Like it's a cold ass strategy because it just aligns with who I am. And I'm like, God damn, this shit fire. This shit fire. This shit hard. I just feel happy to be able to resonate with myself on a deeper John than before, bro. Because I was never able to do some shit like this. Wait. And then if it go down, then I'm gonna hit it with the range. I don't know how long. Usually do 3, maybe like 4, and then call it a day. Okay, so that didn't work out for me. It was like a range, but it didn't even go into the range that I thought it was gonna go to. I went into the other one. Wait. Fuck. Okay, that's something that I just need to like tap into a little bit more. I was just like, it went to that one. It's a 10-minute zone, bro. 10 minutes zone. I did not look at that, but yes. Hold on. Sure. Bro, these 10-minute zones be hidden too. 6, 9. Yeah, you just be happy, bro. Hi there, brother. In the ghetto. And his mama crying. If you go up again. Oh, it did. And it hit. Okay, I'm just gonna end this video right here. Let me get distracted. I'm distracted. It's an hour long. I don't really care. This is just for me. Nobody watches this. Listen, this is my therapy. I'm getting it out for me. Um, I'm gonna start doing more uploads. It's gonna be on the demo account. Yeah. I don't know what my trading schedule, and that's the weirdest thing. Is like because I'm trading in a much quicker, fast pace. I don't want to say it don't matter when I get onto the charts because I still like the time frame 7 to 11 a.m. I feel like after 11 things do die down, but like I don't need to wake up at 7 a.m. anymore, right? Like I can genuinely find a trade in like 2 seconds, 2 minutes, and be there. So it's like any time within 7 to 11, really. Like I don't really know, but yeah, that's all I wanted to say to myself because I know nobody really gonna watch this, but I I'm proud of you, Kitty. Um, I know that this has been a journey that you've been on for a very long time, and you've been wanting to gain some kind of notoriety, some kind of sign that you are on the right path, and you've always aligned that with money. And so when you're not getting any money, you feel like you're not on the right path. But Kadi has changed in so many different ways. And, now I'm more focused on the setups, still on the money, but like more focused on the setups and like understanding price action and understanding, how the market works, MES and how she moves and, the different things that she will do because I've been, realizing like, oh, let me put the limit order one tick above because sometimes they won't tap, they'll get on my zone but not tap me in, and that's happened plethora of times. So it's just like, you know what, fuck that. I'm a one tick above, get me in, and that has been a game changer, and also like giving me some wiggle room and having the negative risk to reward because it's a smaller TP, so it's like more likely to hit, and that's what's increased my win rate by, as much as by 10%, like over 10% actually. So, because I was always hovering around the 60 to 65, but since then it's like, having having like taken, bro, literally yesterday I took 6 setups in a row, won all of them, bro. I was literally but that kind of I don't know what the word is, but like it kind of like doesn't really mean too much because the first 6 trades I lost all of them. But that's only because the market can do whatever it wants. But also I was trading the strategy not realizing that we were in a range, and it was not working. I was trying to trade the range in a way that you really shouldn't be trading it, and I fucked around and found out. And now it's like I'm not about to do that anymore. I'm about to trade it in a way that actually makes more sense. So expect that. Yeah. I want to trade on like, fair, like I switched. I still have my Iron Beam account, but I switched to Ninja Trader and using their demo because Iron Beam, I just don't like their ATM system. Ninja Trader, it is straightforward. I have my tick basis that I like, my price. I put my contracts in, and it gives me what I'm looking for every single time. And yeah, yeah. So I still have the Iron Beam account, which I really shouldn't have the Iron Beam account. I really should just like transfer it over to something else. Because the 2K account, or now $1,900 account, it was just for me to have something that was real, but not like the real thing. Like that money is not connected to the 5-figure account that I have saved up, or savings, like money that I have saved up, because I have 5 figures just like in my savings account in a high yield, and just getting some interest every a month, and then the money that I send in. um but that has not been touched since I developed it. Of course, that $1,900 account has been touched and screwed up with and stuff like that. So, I feel like there will be a different pocket. I see myself doing prop firms now. I see there's an evaluation like what Apex. I see that they have a 80% off sale and it ends in like 6 days. So that's low key been on my mind. I really don't understand how it works. So these prop firms because I've never done it before. So I want to tap into it. But if it's 80% off to buy an evaluation, that's cool. But if I need an activation fee, I really don't know how this shit works. I don't know. So I need to look into it. But yeah, man, I feel it was like as soon as I started seeing how the probabilities play out in my favor more, like literally in an instant, the idea of getting $1,000 days, having the prop firms and like getting payouts and all that stuff, like all of that shit started to come into like the front of my mind more than it ever did before. Like it was like, oh, this is now more possible than I've ever known it to be. And that's how I know that I'm on the right path because it was like before I was like, oh, I don't know about the prop firms. I don't know. Like it started getting on my mind a little bit more, but I was just like, I don't know. Literally, as soon as I started, trading, like forward testing, demo trading, like this strategy, that whole idea of like, yo, like I can really do these prop firms, yeah, like I'm winning 6 times in a row, like depending on how much risk that I'm, willing to do, like that could be all I need to get the funded account. Now, of course, I don't want to like it was like I was thinking of full porting, and just, but like I was also watching a video where it's like me getting multiple accounts makes more sense than me just getting one account. So there's just a lot of things to play with here. Like I'm thinking of like, okay, like my whole goal was to get my account to 20K, like personal funds saved up. But then I'm thinking, okay, what if I take like 1,000 or maybe 2 grand and buy a bunch of these evals and see where that gets me. See like can I get a payout with all these? Just trade this one, trade that one, this, that, and the third, and just do that. I don't know. I don't know. But I feel more confident than ever before. Like I actually felt more confident about these trades. So even if they lost, I'd be like before anything happened, I'd be like, I feel confident that this is gonna win. Like, and they wouldn't sometimes, but like a lot of the times they would. And I was just like, let's go. Just building that confidence is what I need. And being in a demo environment, it's allowing me to do that at a safe pace. So, I'm very grateful for demo accounts, very grateful for, the tenacity that I have in a game, in a career that a lot of people fail at, a lot of people quit. And, knowing that I've been at this for 2 years straight and I've never like full blown quit, it shows just how strong I am of a person, how much I'm willing to go the extra mile, how much I believe in trading as a business, as a career path, a potential career path for me. I don't want to be a full-time trader for the rest of my life. I just want to use the funds in trading to go and invest in entrepreneurial ventures that will bring me more income so that trading becomes like, oh yeah, trading is the hub. Like trading is the thing that I will master in order for me to get the income that I need to go and buy that real estate property, go and open up that business, go and, get myself that music studio that I know that I'm gonna have, allow me to rent out the music studio, hire a fucking audio engineer, and create like a music agency, record label type thing. Like all of this stuff stems from trading because you won't be able to do any of that shit without money. And there's literally been nothing, maybe other than YouTube, but trading specifically, literally nothing that's ever compared to how I feel about trading, because with YouTube is great, but it's like you have to rely on people to watch your content in order for you to be successful. And that requires you being entertaining, doing titles, thumbnails, making it just like something that people with low ass attention spans can like uh dig into. And then adding on that, like you got to be posting consistently, like niggas is talking about like posting every day, and it's like it's a fucking job. And I respect that, but I look at trading, it's like I don't need to trade every day to make money, to have money. I don't need to think of a title, thumbnail, and deal with people's fucked up 10-second attention spans in order for me to make money. I literally wake up, log on to Ninja Trader, see opportunities that come to me, and take advantage of them. With this strategy, most days I win. Some days I'll lose, but I will still be profitable. I believe in myself. Now, I've had, but like, bro, like with this strategy, bro, I'm gonna make it, bro. I'm gonna make it, bro. I've already made it. I am a consistently profitable trader. I am a fucking millionaire, bro. Like, I am. Like, I got this shit, bro. It's all inside of me. The answers are all inside of me. Troy Bolton, bitch. The fuck? Like, like, I will, I am. Money just keeps on coming to me because I have the abundance mindset. I have it. It's all in me. Abundance, 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 abundance. I have it. I have it. Oh shit, my hair grew. Oh, yeah. Okay. The hair beads, but I got confused. I don't know how to use it. And I don't really want the. Anyway, but like, yeah, I just feel happy about like everything that I've gone through and things that I will continue to learn. It feels different now. It certainly feels different. Like everything is the same, of course, but I've changed. The game has changed for me and how I see it now, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see where, I'm gonna go. I don't have a full blown plan about how the fuck, but like I can see myself getting a payout. I can see myself getting payouts. I can see myself withdrawing, bro. Like I'm ready, bro. I am the sign. I am the sign. I am the sign. Oh, bro, I got let go from my job. Well, yeah, that's happening. Um, October 17th might be my last day before they might fire me because I haven't been doing work, bitch. As soon as they told me back in July that, yeah, unfortunately we're going to let you go and majority of your tax department go because of restructuring, I was just like, okay. Since that point, bro, I have not been doing shit. I have been winging it. I have been faking my time post, bro. They said I have been coming in late. Um, Now that's because of a couple of things, because of the train and the blitz and stuff. But honestly, like I just don't give a fuck anymore, bro. And it feels so nice to say these things like out loud and just like not care because I don't care, bro. The second they told me I was gonna be let go, bro, I started being myself. I started actually showing how I felt internally, externally, bro. Showing y'all that I don't care anymore. I've been writing in my journal for a couple of months that, like, bro, I hate my job. I hate this. I'm so fucking miserable. I can't stand this shit. I hate this. I hate this. Hate this. Literally manifested me getting like fired or, being let go, me ending this. It was like, I remember wanting to quit back in June or something, or even before that, maybe in May or something like that, May, June. And I just was just like, no, but we gotta stick to it. Like I wrote down, based on our pay periods, how much money I'll be getting, or profit goal or money goals based on the dates. So like I was really logging it because I was saying to myself, by the end of 2027, I will be out of this job, already making money, replacing money from the job from the markets, something like that. And so I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna be, I'm gonna like 20 at the end of by the end of 2027, I'll be out of this job. Like I'm leaving. So I remember writing down different dates, talking about like November something something, that's when we'll reach the 20K mark. December something something, and so on and so forth till the end of 2027. Because by that time, by the end, we would have had accumulated $75,000. And so I was just like, bro, like I need that shit. Like, yeah, man, high five figures account, like the risk, like when we're going for trades, like it's gonna be crazy. We're gonna be able to make some good income from this, even after taxes, and we'll just be able to do XYZ. They did it 2 years early, 2 years earlier than I thought. Because I knew maybe it's the African in me, but I never would be able to quit this job. They would have to fire me or like let me go. And I was literally saying that, and that's exactly what happened. I feel happy, but the only thing that makes me upset is like two things. One, I have low five figures. Like I have a five-figure account, but I have low five figures. Like I was expecting or wanting, like 40, 50K. Like if they let me go by then, I'd be like, okay, at least I have 50K in the bank. That's cool. That's a little calm shit. But yeah. And I can't blame myself fully because I look back at the first 4 months of this year where I was just kind of like diddly daddling. Like I was sending money that I had to several other savings places and, not allocating all of it directly to trading. So I look back at those 4 months, and I look back at it now, it's just like, damn, like I could be closer to 30K if I just directed all of that after I paid my student loans to trading. Because my first like year of being here, all of the funds that I was getting, I was putting that towards student loans. Like I was sending um wait, what's 1,600? Oh yeah, I was sending like $1,600 a month to my student loans, and that's why I was able to pay it off in under a year. um so that was like 14 grand that I paid off. And then 4 months of me just being like, I can finally relax. I can like put more to this, put more to that, and allocate to that. But then back in April, once I heard Lee was talking shit about me, I was just like, bro, I'm gonna fucking put more money to the side. I'm gonna fucking, you know, oh, I was literally this close to signing a leasing agreement, but once I heard that Lee was talking shit, I was just like, absolutely not. I'm not going to try it. I'm not going to test it. So I didn't do that, and I started to put down 2K a month for trading. And since April, I've been doing that, and I've been doing it, discipline with discipline. Well, with automatic transfer mainly. It makes it so much easier. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to think about nothing. It just does it for me. Love to see it. And that's kind of what started this, because I remember I was only sending 400 a month. 400 a month. And so I remember doing the calculations based off of how much I already had in my balance, and they said to get to 10K, it would have took me 2 years. And I remember looking at that and I was like, damn. But then I was just like, okay, okay. And then if it wasn't for that wake up call, dude, I would have an apartment and only have maybe, let's say, 3 to 5K, and then also getting the notice that I'm gonna be let go in October. Bro, like that's crazy. So nowhere close to 10K, had a $1,200 apartment, plus any other stuff that I would need to pay for, because utilities were included. So it was 1,200 with utilities, but then of course, the internet was bad, so for trading and for just like my livelihood, like I wouldn't have needed to upgrade the internet and just like other things. And on top of that, come October or after October, how the fuck am I gonna be paying rent? Now, of course, we have unemployment, but they don't give you your the amount that you make at your job. They don't give you that. They give you like a fraction of that, right? A certain percentage. And and on top of that, I don't even have 5 figures. I don't even have 10 bands to my name for trading. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, that would have been a sticky ass situation for me if I didn't go there. And so that's why I always say, bro, shout out to me, shout out to my frustration, shout out to me getting a gym membership, shout out to Doyle, shout out to my parents, shout out to, all of those things. Shout out to my mind, because it was literally like once I found out that Lee was talking shit about me, I literally got so angry and frustrated. I left my job to go to the gym. I put on some like a video by Doyle, and it was called The Sacrifices He Made During His Journey or something like that. And while I was working out, I was listening to it, and he talked about how he was sending like two, three, $400 a week. And after that, I was just like, whoa, I'm only sending $400 a month. I, do the calculations. He was sending like $1,200 a month, and I was only sending $400 a month. Yet I was getting paid way more than he was. I was just like, shit not adding up. Shit not adding up. So that was really like the whole catalyst of me sending 2K. And I was like, bro, I could do way better than 1,200, 2K. And I'm so glad, because all that time, back to the calculation when I said, oh, it's gonna take me 2 years, I got to 10K in 3 fucking months, bro. Based off of the balance that it already had in my account. And it was just like, whoa, bro. Like, I remember having this goal several months prior to any of this happening, and to see it now when I look at my bank account, and it's just like, yo, that's crazy. Like, I really like I remember being like road to 10K or some shit like that. And to actually like see that fucking shit is just awesome. Um yeah, man. I really just manifested everything, and this goes to show that you can manifest anything that you visualize and believe that you can truly get. Like, I know that I am a six-figure trader. I know that I am a consistently profitable trader. I just needed to manifest, me getting to that, and I see that I am doing that as I go each and every fucking day. Like, I am manifesting out the wazoo my life, because I am more than this body. I am a soul, an everlasting soul. This is only a simulation. This is only a test. This is only not a test in a way that's like, oh, heaven or hell, but in a test to see, like, can you become the person that you set out to be before you were even born? Because your soul came back for a reason. It came back for a purpose. It came back to experience a certain timeline of things. Now, I do not fully know all that there is for my soul that it wants to accomplish, but I know that it wants to be more than what I previously have thought it to be. I am bigger than who I ever thought that I was, and I will continue on to this journey in order to achieve everything that my soul had brought itself back to achieve. I believe in myself. I believe in my abilities. I am a consistently profitable trader. I am a person that makes 10K plus a month. I am a person that has enough discipline, that I am somebody who has enough financial literacy. I am not like these other niggas out here, bro. I am somebody who understands money. I am somebody who knows not how to give or not how to receive money. Not only that, most importantly, I know how to keep money. That's something that a lot of people cannot fucking say. Now, I don't make all the monies in the world, but I know damn well 90% of the people who are my age do not have what's in my bank account currently. And it's only the fucking beginning. It's only the fucking beginning. This is nothing. This is nothing. What? The amount of money I have in my account, that's nothing. I know my net worth, bro. That's cool. But like, what is that? 90% of the people at my age, probably 65% of the people who are twice my age, don't even have the amount that's in my bank account. And I'm looking at it like it's nothing because I know that there's so much more money in this world. It's unlimited. The only thing that's limited is your mind, is what you believe that you are capable of doing. And I know now, not previously, I know now that I am capable of doing so much more. 100%, 1,000%, trillion%. I am capable of everything and anything that I actually want to actually do. Because I'm not a quitter. I'm a fucking go-getter, bro. I go and get that shit. If I actually want to do it, I fucking do it. I don't have ideas. Not just ideas, sorry. I have ideas. Not just ideas. I actually put action with my ideas. Faith alone is nothing. Faith plus work is everything. I believe in myself and I put in the work to show it out. I have ideas. And some ideas I don't do. Okay? Some ideas I think of and then they fade. But there's certain ideas that I think of and they stick with me like fucking glue. And I'm like, this will be something that I will do. I will accomplish. I will go through this journey. I will have this experience. I am that kind of person. If I see something that I like and I genuinely feel like, you know what, this aligns with me, I want to do it, I will do it. There's nothing in my mind. There's nothing in my mind that's impossible. And there's nothing in my life that I've done that was like, oh, I can never do this. Because guess what? I fucking did it. Or guess what? Somebody else did it, so I can fucking do it. There's nothing different between us. We're all the same. We're all connected. We're all the same souls, light beings of energy. We just don't know it. We just don't see it because the world that we put in, that we put ourselves in, this earth, it doesn't want you to see your divinity. Because once you see that, you will not play the game. And that's why there's such huge differences between the generations of today and yesterday. Because the more and more and more we go and look within, the more we realize we're more than what we ever thought that we were. You go back to these old heads, they don't know this shit. Not to say that's a generalized statement, of course, because some people have been awakened for several, long time. But you know how these regular fucking people, they're really earth minded, right? They're really like work hard, they're not connected. They don't know. They don't know. Now, not to say that I know, not to say that but I believe. And it makes more sense to me that we are more than just paying taxes and like feeding and fighting and being in survival mode for something that doesn't actually have any actual value. What the fuck is money, dude? Money is literally nothing. It's nothing. We made that shit up. It literally has nothing to do with anything, like actually. But some people don't understand it. What do you mean? There was a time where money did not exist. Do you understand? Like money is just a literal construct, but people will look at you like you're fucking insane. Like, what do you mean? What do you are so in the game that you don't understand that you're playing a fucking game. Like you're actually playing a game. Like this is all a simulation in a way. It's real, but it's not as real as we all think it to be. And it's like the more I get older, the more I'm realizing everything that I ever thought and felt was real, was true. I knew money never made sense. Money is pointless. Money is shit. Here's the thing. I'm somebody who's money oriented, but I still know at the end of the fucking day, down to the fucking core of my heart, I know that money does not matter. Money does not matter at fucking all. But guess what? In this life, it does. And rather than just being, poor and saying all the words that I've just said, money doesn't matter, da, 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 but, it's like, well, listen, this life is very short. My soul is everlasting. I might as well be rich. The fuck? Like, what the fuck? I might as well be rich. Money doesn't matter. Money does bring happiness, but it will not make you, yourself, your internal being, your internal soul happy. None of that will. No matter how many fancy cars, houses, girls, drugs, chains, none of that shit is gonna make you happy. As long as you're happy internally, you will then be happy externally. For real, facts. And I've known this. I've known this literally my entire life. I've never been so in the game to where I could never understand or know or be aware. I was always self-aware about these truths, even if they were something that I always butt heads with. And I wonder why. Like, why can't I understand trading in a way that, aligns with me, or in a way where I don't get greedy, in a way that I'm not selfish, or in a way that, I don't overtrade or blow my accounts. And it's like I still have that I'm obsessed with money thing. I still have that want to be successful. I want that abundance, but it's like I've been chasing it rather than it coming to me. And that's the mindset that I need to put in play. And I've been seeing myself enter in because, dude, how I've been trading does not work for who I am. So I need to make a change rather than doing the same exact thing and expecting a different result. The definition of insanity, right? So I need to do something that's different in order for me to get a different result. Now, I I took that as a strategy wise. Now people will look at that and be like, "Oh, your strategy helping," but I'm taking it in a strategy way due to the current state of my psychology, which is understanding who I am, what aligns with me, what do I like to see, what do I like to do, what makes sense to me. I'm taking all of those things in now way more than ever. And rather than berating myself for being like, "Oh, you like to take fast trades, you like to take more than one trade, only trade once a day." Like that doesn't work for me. I want to trade. I don't like battle royale, okay? I like regular shooting games where if you die, you can get right back up, respawn, and go again. Okay? So I like taking multiple trades in a day. I do. So, and rather than trying to force myself to be a once a day trader and, not really feel happy about that, I trade more than once a day. I do. And I feel happy about that. And while, commissions cut into, trades, at the end of the day, when you're a profitable trader, commission doesn't matter as much as it could be because yes, once I get to that point, it's gonna be less commissions taken out. And honestly, I'll keep it a buck. I'm not gonna be trading as much as like 13 times in a trade when every time I profit, it's like $500, $1,000. You're gonna be chill, right? Like I take one trade, risking 1,000 to make 2,000, and I make the 1,000. I'm probably gonna call it a day. Keep it a buck. I'm probably gonna call it a day, risking 6,000 to make 3,000 and I make the 3K, I'm probably gonna call it a day, right? But when you're on these lower amounts, shit, is it just money? It's just not satisfying enough. Like you want a certain amount, like you do. And I acknowledge that I'm a part of that percentage that I focus on the money, and I'm trying to focus more on the trades and setups. But at the same time, I'm trying to be myself. Okay, you're money oriented. Okay, well, rather than trying to berate yourself and trying to put yourself down on who you actually are, what can we do to make you feel happy? What can you do to make yourself feel satisfied without getting tilted or without over trading or feeling like you already know what's going to happen before it happens? So these are things that I still need to figure out, but I truthfully know and already am a consistently profitable trader. I already have my own music studio. I already have time freedom. Like I already have those things. Like it's already there. Like I know it too. Cause look at me. I already have it. I'm already rich. And I've been rich for a while. I just never really said it out loud, but I've been rich for a while. I just, a lot of people don't know that too. Like that's something like a lot of people don't know how wealthy I am. And keep it that way, bro. Like keep it that way. They'll see me with the same New Balance shoes that I had since 2019. Bro, I don't have, you know what I mean? Like I don't care for the jewelry. I care for the freedom, bro. I care for my time back. Who wants to wake up every morning to work on somebody else's agenda? What the hell? I'm my own soul. I'm my own being. You can't do your own work? Shit, sounds like a you problem. I need to focus on me. That's why it's like I'm so grateful that they're doing this fucking company restructuring. And I'm grateful that I still live at home because man, I've been stacking since fucking '06. You know what I mean? Like I've been diligent and it's paid off. Because like I said, like it's crazy to me to say this, but a lot of people don't have money like me. I see people complain about, oh, this costs this much, this costs that much. Me in my head, I'm like, that's not that much. I could afford that right now. I could just withdraw that money, my own money. I don't even need a credit card. Or I should say, I don't need to use a credit card. I could take out my debit card and do it, but it wouldn't make sense for me to do that. So I'm gonna put it on my credit card and pay it off by the end of the month. Like it's not a big deal. Like I can do it. It's funny because, I need a new laptop. I need not laptop. I need a new PC, like a gaming PC, something high quality. And I want to get it used because it doesn't make sense for me to get a brand spanking new, PC with all the highest specs. It's like, okay, calm down. Like I don't, I don't do anything crazy. I'm not blah, blah, blah. So I've been looking on like Facebook Marketplace. I've been looking on Macari, and a lot of them they range from like 450 to like 600. And I've been using ChatGPT to be like, okay, these are the things that I want to do with this PC and all that stuff. Um, with these specs, where does it get me? And it's been saying, oh, this one needs a RAM, this one mainly it's like increase the RAM. A lot of these PCs they only give you 16 gigabytes, and I'm like, god damn, they have all this nice CPU, all this, and they skimp out on the RAM. It's crazy. Or the GPU and all this ricker racker. And I literally have a PC in my cart that's like $1,100 and or 1150, and I literally have been this is only last night, and I've literally been battling with the whole like, how am I gonna pay for it, how am I gonna afford it? And then it's literally like, what do you mean you literally have thousands of dollars to your name? Like what do you have the money, just you're just afraid to buy it because you're like, what if it doesn't pay off, you know? But my eyes have been closed this entire time. That's how I've been speaking spiritually. I kind of want to do it again. Um, but it's like, girl, like this is your future that you just need to put yourself into, and you won't do that unless you put yourself into. You know how this laptop is. You know what you actually need and want, and you know what you want to do with your life. You just want to have the money in order to do it, but the funniest thing is that you already have the money in order to do it, yet you don't feel like you do, but you do because you're like, oh, it's not enough money. That's who you are. You have money, you're wealthy, but you're like, I don't have enough money. Like, oh, do I need to sell off a couple of like investments or like sell some money from my portfolio? It's like, girl, did you see your savings account? Like you have thousands of dollars in there, and you're afraid to spend $1,000, $1,100, maybe $1,200 on something that's gonna benefit you in the long run. Like I'm confused. Like, you are a consistently profitable trader. You know that you will have your own music studio. Like, all of these things will happen. So it's like I don't know why you're second guessing yourself on a purchase. Again, you don't purchase things that are dumb. Like you don't do that. And you stop doing that after you essentially basically paid for a PS3. Like the PS3 was $250. Without a job, you managed to save up $160, and then your mother paid the rest. But since then, because you realize like, wow, I'm not a gamer. Like I don't play games, nor do I have friends or enough friends to actually, make this worthwhile. That was the last purchase where you're like, I don't want to get this because everybody else has it. That was fifth grade. Like since then, you've been making purchases that's only been, good for you, only been catering to what you need, what you want, and your desires and everything that's like bound by logic, but not just logic, but also like you understanding that there's a difference between what you want and what you need. And you've been really steering towards what you need. You know, there's some wants, but it's mainly about what you need. Now you're in a position to purchase something that will benefit you in the long run, plethora, right? And you're afraid to do it because of the high end dollar amount, when in all reality, it's a relatively cheap computer, to be honest. Like, especially with the things that you're going to be able to do with it. Like, you're going to be able to make content, you're going to be able to edit videos, you're going to be able to make music on a higher caliber without thinking about your CPU. Like, all of those things are going to be possible. Like, you're going to be happy, bro. And I understand what it's like to put things up and have all these purchases, but it's like, if you want the life that you say that you want, you're gonna have to make the purchases. Look at Playboy, Plaque Boy or something like that. I don't know. Like, he bought like a $2,000, $3,000 computer for streaming, and he didn't have any music. So it's just like, I'm about to purchase that laptop or computer or whatever. Hold on. I was like, what if he sold it? I'm about to be so pissed. Can I put in an offer? Wait, hold on. Okay. All right, we're good.